The first episode is dense. Think Game of Thrones in Asia.
Just what you've been waiting for. Movies, TV, music, and more. Follow, subscribe, stay up to date. Episodes drop every other Monday. It's the man, watch that. It's the man, watch that. It's the man, watch that podcast.
Welcome to the Matt Watch That podcast, the place for reviews, rants, and randomness. I'm your host, Matt Seroski, filmmaker, film fan. Each episode, I'm going to watch a movie or TV pilot that I probably should have seen, but never got around to. It could be a recent favorite, critic's choice, or cult classic. To join in on the conversation, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, at Matt Seroski. You can subscribe to my YouTube page where I'll post videos and clips from the show. If you have any opinions on what I've discussed, or suggestions as to what I should see next, use the hashtag MattWatchThat on social. Before we start, Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month in the United States is a time to recognize and celebrate the contributions, culture, history, and achievements of individuals of Asian and Pacific Islander descent. The celebration began as a week-long observance in 1977. Congress passed a resolution that recognized the first 10 days of May as Asian Pacific American Heritage Week, chosen because it coincided with two significant events in Asian American history: the arrival of the first Japanese immigrants to the U.S. on May 7, 1843, and the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad on May 10, 1869, which was built with the labor of many Chinese immigrants. In 1990, Congress expanded the celebration to a full month, and in 1992, President George H.W. Bush signed a law officially designating the month of May as Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. The month-long observance recognizes the diverse cultures, traditions, and histories of people from various regions of Asia and the Pacific Islands, including East Asia, Southeast Asia, South Asia, and the Pacific Islands. Since then, Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month has become an important occasion to honor the ongoing contributions of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders to the culture, economic, and the social fabric of the United States, while also raising awareness about issues affecting these communities. On to the main attraction. Each review will end with a ranking out of 5 stars. 1 star is skip it, 2 stars watch at your own risk, 3 stars standard fare, 4 stars worth checking out, and 5 stars must see. Now, if I give a title 5 stars, it doesn't mean I'm comparing it to Casablanca, Jaws, or Seinfeld. I rank titles based on other movies or TV series in that genre and at that time period. On this episode of the podcast, I'll be reviewing Shogun from 2024. It was directed by Jonathan Van Tulleken, who helmed episodes of superhero series Misfits, comedy Gap Year, fantasy The Changeling, and crime drama Dope Thief. The script was written by the series creators, Rachel Kondo, whose short story Girl of Few Seasons was a finalist for the O. Henry Award, and Justin Marks, who scribed the Jungle Book live adaptation and the story for Top Gun: Maverick. It was based on the 1975 novel of the same name by James Clavell, author of Noble House and screenwriter of The Fly from 1958 and To Sir With Love. The first adaptation of Shogun was a miniseries in 1980, starring Richard Chamberlain and Toshiro Mifune. It stars Cosmo Jarvis as John Blackthorne. The British actor, director, and musician is known for his ability to seamlessly blend drama and dark humor. He gained significant attention for his portrayal of complex, often troubled characters in both independent films and mainstream television. His breakout role came in 2019 in Calm with Horses, where he played Arm, a conflicted former boxer turned enforcer for a crime family, earning him critical acclaim. He also had a short arc in 3 episodes of gangster drama Peaky Blinders. His versatility as an artist is also evident in his music career, where his singer-songwriter work reflects his raw, emotive style, often exploring themes of love, loss, and identity. He released 5 albums between 2006 and 2013. He also shifted behind the camera to write and direct his first feature, The Naughty Room. He'll be appearing in the Christopher Nolan epic, The Odyssey, which is in production. Anna Sawai portrays Toto Mariko. The Japanese-New Zealand actress, dancer, and singer has quickly become one of the most promising talents to watch in international cinema and television. After appearing in the action-packed F9, The Fast Saga, as a fierce ally of Dom Toretto's team, Sawai gained widespread recognition for her role in Pachinko, Apple TV's adaptation of the best-selling novel by Min Jin Lee. Her portrayal of a young woman navigating identity, family, and displacement resonated deeply with audiences, earning her critical praise. She was cast as Kate Randa in MonsterVerse series Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, but it would be Shogun that launched her into stardom. She received the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series, making her the first Japanese actress to win any Primetime Emmy. This is something to look out for. Actor Nestor Carbonell, best known for his work on the series Lost, won an Emmy for Outstanding Guest Actor for his work in this episode, but is virtually unrecognizable. See if you can spot him. So let's jump into it. John Blackthorne, English navigator of the vessel Erasmus, is shipwrecked on the shores of Japan in 1600, where the reigning Taiko has died, and whose heir is too young to rule. Warrior lords are battling to become shogun of the country. He's taken prisoner by the local samurai. The Catholic Jesuits accuse the Protestant Blackthorne of piracy and request to have him executed. But the fief's ruler, Kashigi Yabushigi, demands that Blackthorne is taken back into captivity, planning to use the Erasmus and its weaponry to his benefit. Meanwhile, Lord Yoshi Toranaga, a powerful daimyo, is confronted by the Council of Regents for consolidating power and threatening to impeach him. Now, this is a poor summary. The first episode is dense. Think Game of Thrones in Asia, and it's just best to watch it. I'm not going to be able to capture all the complexity in the first episode, but don't let that scare you off. Here's a quote without context. "This isn't the end for me. I won't die in this wretched land." Shogun offers a rich exploration of cultural conflict, identity, and power dynamics, using the character of John Blackthorne as both a narrative device and a lens through which the complex world of 17th century Japan is examined. The episode balances the tensions between the foreign and the familiar, as Blackthorne finds himself thrust into a society whose values, traditions, and political structures are utterly foreign to him. His status as an outsider forces the audience to see Japan through his eyes, simultaneously positioning him as a symbol of Western imperialism and a pawn in a larger game of political intrigue. In its pacing, the pilot episode Anjin also excels at building suspense while slowly unraveling the political machinations that will define the series. The episode is a masterclass in tension, not only through the direct conflict between the Western and Japanese worlds, but also in its portrayal of the uncertain, sometimes dangerous alliances that form between characters. Blackthorne's struggle to understand the cultural and political chess game around him is palpable, setting the stage for future confrontations that promise to be both personal and ideological. Overall, Anjin serves as a powerful introduction episode, establishing the groundwork for both character development and the thematic exploration of power, loyalty, and cultural exchange that will drive Shogun forward. The use of lighting, color, and sound further reinforces the dramatic tension between the characters' inner worlds and their external forces shaping their destinies. The series makes full use of the lush settings to emphasize themes of isolation, survival, and cultural immersion, all while highlighting the tension between nature and the strict codes that govern the characters' behavior. Shogun is a rich, multifaceted series that delves into the complexities of cross-cultural exchange, power, and personal transformation. The episode expertly balances historical drama and character-driven narratives, providing both an epic view of Japanese feudal society and an intimate look at the individuals who must navigate its challenges. Now for a little trivial trivia. Anjin is Japanese for pilot, which could reference John Blackthorne as the navigator of the ship, but also the first episode of a series is often referred to as the pilot. Shogun was produced by DNA Films, Gate 34 Productions, Michael DeLuca Productions, and FX Networks. It was filmed in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. The cinematography was captured by Christopher Ross, whose filmography includes thriller Detour, dark comedy Terminal, and Beatles rom-com Yesterday. It was edited by Maria Gonzalez, who worked on episodes of Zombie Horror, The Walking Dead, and its spin-offs World Beyond and The Ones Who Live. The score was composed by Nick Chuba, Nine Inch Nails member Atticus Ross, and his brother Leopold Ross. The runtime is 1 hour 10 minutes, with subsequent episodes running around 50 minutes to an hour. It was nominated for 18 Primetime Emmy and Creative Arts Emmy Awards for the first season. On the Ski Index, I give it a very solid 4 stars. I feel like it's only going to get better, so I'm grading very conservatively. Shogun has been on for 1 season, 10 episodes, starting in 2024. A second and third seasons are currently in development. If you've seen Shogun and have opinions on the series, let me know what you think using the hashtag #MattWatchThat. Moving right along, each episode, I'm going to post clips that I think people should watch. It could be movie trailers, music videos, interviews, or something completely random. Search for my YouTube page and there'll be a playlist called Matt Watch That Playback. Lea Salonga is an acclaimed actress and singer whose remarkable career has spanned over 3 decades in television, film, and the theater. From her early beginnings in the Philippines to global recognition, Salonga has made an indelible mark on the world stage. She was born on February 22nd and made her professional debut at the age of 7 in The King and I for the Repertory Philippines Theater Company. She would go on to appear in the title role of Annie, as well as parts in Fiddler on the Roof and The Sound of Music. She released her first album in 1991, called Small Voice, which was certified gold in her home country. Lea's breakthrough role was being cast as Kim in the West End production of Miss Saigon. She would end up winning the Laurence Olivier Award for Best Actress in a Musical. She would reprise the role when it transferred to Broadway in 1991. She won the Drama Desk, Outer Critics Circle, and the Tony Award, the first actress of Asian descent to do so. A year later, she performed the singing voice of Princess Jasmine in the animated feature Aladdin. A Whole New World, the duet with Brad Kane, won the Golden Globe and Oscar Award for Best Original Song, and 2 Grammys for Best Song Written for a Motion Picture or Television, and Song of the Year, the only Disney song to do so. She joined the production of Les Miserables, becoming the first Asian actress to perform the role of Eponine on Broadway. She continued in the theater with parts in Grease, My Fair Lady, and Into the Woods. She returned to Disney in 1998, providing the singing voice for the titular character in Mulan and its sequel. She also recreated the role of Leanne Hughes on the soap opera As the World Turns. In recent years, Salonga's career has flourished even further. She continues to work in high-profile theater productions, and her Broadway concerts have consistently sold out. She's performed at some of the world's most prestigious venues, such as Carnegie Hall in New York and the Sydney Opera House, and in front of such dignitaries as Bill Clinton, Queen Elizabeth II, and George Bush. Salonga has also shown her commitment to her roots, using her platform to advocate for Filipino artists and to promote Philippine culture worldwide. So I've selected a couple of clips: Lea Salonga's audition for Miss Saigon, a behind-the-scenes look at A Whole New World, her duet with Brad Kane, a performance of I Dreamed a Dream from Les Miserables in concert, the 25th anniversary, and Lea performing Reflection live at the Sydney Opera House. These clips are all available in the Matt Watch That Playback playlist on YouTube. Check it out. Now it's time for the recommendation. Yes, that's the word recommendation with Matt in the middle. I'm going to end each podcast with my own recommendation of a movie or TV series. Today I'm talking about To Be Takai. The documentary chronicles the life and career of actor, activist, and pop culture icon George Takai, best known for his role as Hikaru Sulu on the legendary television series Star Trek. The film explores Takai's rise to fame, his personal struggles, and his outspoken advocacy on such issues as LGBTQAI+ rights, Asian American representation, and social justice. Through a combination of archival footage, interviews, and a look at his relationship with his husband Brad Takai, the documentary reveals the complex, multifaceted life of Takai, highlighting both the challenges he has faced, such as growing up in a Japanese-American internment camp during World War II, and his enduring influence as a trailblazer for marginalized communities. It stars George Takei and features William Shatner, Nichelle Nichols, Leonard Nimoy, John Cho, Howard Stern, Will Wheaton, and B.D. Wong. It was directed by Jennifer M. Crute. George Takei's career is defined by his groundbreaking role in Star Trek, making him one of the first Asian American actors to portray a major character in a mainstream television series. Takei's portrayal of Sulu, a confident and skilled officer aboard the Starship Enterprise, broke cultural stereotypes and helped pave the way for greater representation of Asian Americans in Hollywood. After Star Trek, Takei's career continued with a range of roles in television and film, but it was his activism and advocacy for social justice that truly set him apart. In addition to his acting and activism, Takei has become a beloved public figure through his social media presence and his humorous, often poignant approach to life. His viral posts, which combine political commentary, humor, and reflections on his past, have garnered millions of followers and likes. Through his diverse contributions to entertainment and his tireless work in advocacy, George Takei has established a long-lasting legacy as a pioneer for equality and representation both on and off the screen. To be Takei is an inspiring and humorous look at a man whose cultural impact extends far beyond the entertainment industry. That's all for this edition of Matt Watch That. Thanks for listening to me babble. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Matt Seroski. You can subscribe to my YouTube page where I'll post videos and clips from the show. If you have any opinions on what I've discussed, or suggestions as to what movie or TV pilot I should see, use the hashtag MattWatchThat on social. Head over to mattseroski.com for all the latest news and updates, and come back next time for the reviews, rants, and randomness. She's worked with the United Nations and various charitable resonated deeply with audiences, earning her critical plays, becoming the first Asian actress to perform in the role of a pony on Broadway. I don't think it's a pony. Alphonse, look that up for me.